How you going, people? This is a pretty good little video. A guy was, I guess, either riding by on a bicycle or something that caught this, but pretty interesting. So this car ends up peeling out, and the cops try to stop it and get in front of it and play hero. And I'm not saying the cops are wrong, because I think most cops would have done this, but it didn't work out well. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so we have the car white smoking his tires. This may be a misdemeanor. I mean, maybe they could jump it and say he was reckless driving and he could have spun out and killed somebody. But normally, if somebody spins their tires, they get a ticket. Loss of traction, excessive speed, speed too fast for conditions. You write them for one of those charges, saying they broke traction, they spin out, and you move on. And that's maybe what this cop was going to do. But this cop gets in front of the car, blocks the car's path. If a citizen did that, that's called false imprisonment. You can't stop somebody. A cop's doing it in order to detain because of a violation. I know people want to get into arguing whether or not this is a violation or not. If he can write you a ticket, cite you, or arrest you, it's a violation. So he gets in front of the car and he tries to stop it. And that doesn't work out too well. Now, would a guy driving a little Mercedes, doesn't matter what kind of car it is, would a guy driving a car who just spun his tires out, is it reasonable that he's running because he doesn't want a ticket? Because this really bugs me when the media and people say, well, they killed the guy over a traffic ticket. No, they killed him for what he did after they contacted him for a traffic ticket. So this guy is contacted for spinning his tires, a traffic ticket. But they could shoot him. They don't. They could shoot him. This guy gets away. I can't believe this car gets away. Because of what he's doing now. Now, is this officer in fear of his life? I don't think so. So let's take a look at this on what happened here real quick. Is this cop really scared, or does he move in front of the car instead of out of the way of the car? Because it's hard to say, and the cops aren't called out on this, and the courts need to start calling them out on it. If you're moving in front of a moving car, you are not in fear of your life. Therefore, if you shoot, you're wrong. And cops do this all the time. They create the exigency to shoot. They create the fear. They create the, it would be like a cop jumping on a highway where cars are going by 80 miles an hour, and then he starts shooting all the cars because they tried to kill him. He jumped in front of a freaking highway with cars going 70, 80 miles an hour. They're going to speed limit, and he starts shooting at them because he says they tried to kill me. That's what this is paramount to, and I don't get why the courts haven't put this in check. Either attorneys aren't arguing it right or people aren't calling them on it. But when you start jumping, and it's become common now, cops just create the exigency to shoot you. They are literally, this cop is jumping. I don't know if the driver's black, white. I know that's the only thing that matters now in the media is what color someone is and whether or not how things are interpreted. I don't know who's driving or what color or what race, religion, whatever. I'm telling you, this cop, and I don't even know what the cop is. I think he's white when I see him running, but he could be something else. So he jumps in front of the freaking car. To me, that is not fear. Watch him. He moves in front of the car. He could have pushed off to the right and got away. And he is leaning on front of that car and stays in front of the car. This is where, to me, he loses the right to self-protection and self-defense and able to shoot this guy for trying to kill him. Now, they don't shoot him, and I don't know why. This is New York, but they don't shoot him. I think it's New York. So now he moves this way with the car. He reaches down for his gun. Now he's moving. He's moving back in front of the car. Are you kidding me? Now, when the car spun off, because the cop had his gun in his hand, when the car spun off, that back wheel came pretty close to hitting him. So this is where he might get back into fear of his life. He was in danger. That's pretty close. Pretty damn close. So this is where, but why is he there? Because he tried to stop the car and not move away from the car. And he was drawing his gun. If he'd have done this and this guy could have shot him, I think this cop would have shot him. But I think because there's so many people on the road that he doesn't shoot. And he's hurt. He's limping. You'll notice he's limping when he's running off the car. They're downtown New York, very busy, a lot of traffic. A lot of times cops get this, I'm in an area to where a guy can't get away so I can do more, because if he runs, I can probably catch him. And running in a car in high traffic area, you normally get caught. The pursuit isn't too long before you hit somebody and crash, or you get bogged down in traffic and you have nowhere to go and you have to stop and then you get caught. So all they really have to do is keep him in sight long enough to get other units there.
Yo, y'all just saw that live, son. Y'all just saw that live.
The dude filming this is more happy than the dude that got away. You just saw that live! So they're both running. I think this is the one that got hit. I can't remember if he had a beanie on. I'd have to go back. But he looks like he's limping a little bit, and this guy's beating him. And when I get in a foot pursuit, I hate when a cop passes me because it means that I'm slow. So sometimes I get in competitive races with the cop I'm chasing the guy than I am with the guy I'm chasing, because I'm like, damn, I don't mind if the suspect beats me, but I don't want some other lazy-ass cop running by me, beating me. Rick, you should be nice to your fellow. Shut up, you big dummies.
They got guns drawn.
Now, this cop's running on adrenaline. You can tell he's slowing down. Remember, he has a vest. He has all this gear on. It's cold out. He's got his little beanie on. He just tried to manhandle a car, and his takedown, pinky toe, rear tire takedown technique didn't work on the car. So his energy is starting to get spent, and you can tell a definite drop. He's losing his adrenaline rush on the run.
Get that car!
Been there many times. Who's he yelling at? Citizens? Other cops?
He just came around.
So he just passed more cops standing in the road, and I think the car just took off and got away.
Yo, my son just swipe all these cars. That gone.
So I don't know what the backstory on this. I mean, some of you guys might be able to find out, but you know, I wish the courts would start calling cops out on this. You cannot jump on a highway in the middle of traffic and start shooting cars and claim I was in fear of my life and people were trying to kill me. And that's what cops are doing now. And, you know, it's almost the same thing as when they're shooting Fluffy. You know, a little poodle comes out and barks, and they shoot it and say, I was in fear of my life. I mean, man, the courts are responsible for keeping cops and use of force in check. And unfortunately, the courts are being dumped with liberal, left-wing freaking idiots. And, you know, we're just losing our country. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll end that there.